It's Carolina from Gotta Love Polish. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the polishes that I wore for the month of December. December was a fun month for me. I did a lot of Christmas inspired manicures or holiday inspired manicures based on my Festivus rack. I didn't get through all of the polishes on my Festivus rack. I knew that I wouldn't, but I tried to power through as much as I could. Some of them that are left on my Festivus rack will be moving over to my winter rack because green and reds are colors that I wear all year round, so why not? My winter rack video has already been filmed and edited, so you will not see those polishes in the winter rack, but they will be added to it. In fact, I have added a couple of polishes to my winter rack that you will not see in that video. But anyways, this video is not about my winter rack. We're actually going to be talking about the polishes that I wore for December. I keep glancing down because they're right in front of me in the table, and so I'm looking at them, and I use a standing clear acrylic rack to put all the polishes that I have worn for the month there and then record them later. So we're going to talk about those polishes. So let's get started on the polishes. I just want to let you know what I'm wearing on my nails right now. This is Nailed It Lacquer or Nailed It Nail Polish in Go Live Your Dream. This was a D-Stash purchase for me. This was from the Sparkle and Shine box, and I wanted this box, and then I talked myself out of it, and I really regret that life choice. And so I've been trying to find the other polishes, at least the Wildflower Lacquer, but I know I'm probably never going to get it. Anyways, this is a gorgeous polish. I am absolutely obsessed with my manicure today. It takes my breath away. It's so pretty to me. I did some stamping with Maniology Frozen and a couple of snowflake images from 2 different plates from Ubersheen. All right, for the month of December, I did have this nail wheel when I did my rack for December for the holidays basically, and I marked each one that I've used. So for the month of December, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I think these two, 9 and 10. I put the Fancy Gloss, not Fancy Gloss, what is it called? I put a top coat over these 2 blues, but these 2 blues I did wear. I don't remember what this was or what I did with this. I can't remember. And then, oh, I think it was just a black, and then I put something else on it. I don't remember. And then the toppers, I actually didn't use any of my toppers, which is crazy. So yeah, I used a pretty decent amount of polishes that I had on my Festivus rack. Also, please bear with me. My husband got me a new light for Christmas because this room that I'm in doesn't have a light. Like, it doesn't have any kind of lighting at all. It used to be another kind of room, and the previous owners never installed a light in this room, so it's super dark, and I always complain about my lighting situation. So my husband got me a new light, so I'm trying to adjust to the new lighting and see what works for me and what doesn't. Anywho, I just wanted to showcase how much of the rack I actually wore, which I think is a pretty decent amount. I did wear a couple of polishes multiple times. Oh, and I actually did not paint my nails for the holidays. I completely just didn't have time. I did remove what I had on for November. I did my pedicure routine, and then I just never actually painted my nails for December. So no pedicures for December. The first manicure that I'm going to talk about that I did not enjoy for December is this combo with Polish for Days in Noble Fur. This Polish for Days was on my rack, my holiday rack, and I wanted to use ethereal lacquer in Prism. I wanted to use a silver, and I realized that I didn't have any silver in my rack, so I just had mostly gold. So I decided to add ethereal lacquer in Prism because I felt that it would complement the Polish for Days Noble Fur. These 2 polishes separately I absolutely love, but together I did not like this mani. I don't know if it was how I did the polishes, like the polish colors, or what. And then I stamped some snowflakes on the green, which was the Noble Fur, on the ring finger and the pinky in Maniology Pewter, and What's Up Nails Play in B035. I just didn't like this manicure at all. I just wasn't impressed with the way the manicure came out. They just did not work together the way I had envisioned it, and Maybe if I had done something differently, I don't know. But this manicure was like my least favorite of the month. The next manicure that I did not enjoy was another duo, and both of these polishes were in my Polish holiday rack or my Festivus rack. This is Polish in Jolly AF, and I've had this for quite some time. I have a lot of green polishes from the brand Polish. They just make really amazing greens. This Polish green reminds me of another Polish green that I destashed last year or the year before. It just didn't do anything for me. So this is a bright jolly green with scattered holographic microflakes, bright copper to lime green multi-chrome shimmer. Technically, I guess this is a triplet because I did put one coat of Polish for Days Blitzen, and then I layered 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer Christmas AF on top of the Blitzen. I wasn't sure how this would look on its own. I remember when I did it on the swatch wheel on its own, I felt like you could still see through a couple of places. So to prevent that from happening, that's why I recruited the help of Polish for Days Blitzen. I also wanted to use it because it was also in my nail polish rack. But honestly, this tone of green is just not the tone of green that I enjoy for Christmas. And it just felt a little bit too, I don't know, murky for Christmas for me. The longer I had it on, the more I didn't like it. I added some stamping in What's Up Nails in Greenback Minor. I also used Molu London's Play in Enchanted Collection number 16. And this was an interesting gold. It kind of leans a little bit chartreuse. So it's not like your traditional gold stamping polish. It definitely leans a little bit more chartreuse. I want to do a quick comparison. Like the gold in here definitely looks a little bit more yellow compared to the Greenback Minor. And then this gold here definitely looks paler compared to the Greenback Minor. It's definitely leaning a little bit more green. I don't know, all in all, this manicure just didn't do anything for me. I didn't feel like the colors were cohesive. They didn't flatter each other. I didn't like this at all. Like I was really in a hurry to take this off. It also didn't help that my ring finger nail broke in my sleep that day. It was a bit of a mess. And I woke up with it broken. So I don't know, this manicure is just a 2 thumbs down, way down for me. I've decided that I am going to destash polish in Jolly AF. It's just, after wearing it, I realized I'm not loving it. Even before I did any stamping, even before I added the gold, this is a beautiful polish, but I feel like I have something like it from the same brand, and to me, it's just not a Christmas green, not the kind that I like to wear. So I am going to destash this. For the manicures that I did like in December, we'll start off with the first manicure that I wore for December, which is Colores de Carol in The Magic of Snow. Now this was a rewear for me. I have worn it previously, maybe last year or the year before. I can't quite remember. I wrote it down actually. I wore this in December of 2021. This was gifted to me by a polish friend. Even though it was definitely not cold at all in the beginning of December, I wanted to have like a wintry type manicure. And I also decided to stamp it with Double Bubble from Maniology, and I also stamped some snowflake images from What's Up Nail Play in 035. So after I did this, and by the way, if in case I didn't mention it, the Colores de Carol, The Magic of Snow, is a white Crelly with silver micro shreds and some hollow dusting or dust. But anyways, after I did that stamping, I kept thinking, man, this looks really similar. I mean, it kind of even looks similar to what I'm wearing right now. So apparently I have a thing for snowflake manicures. I just love them. But I realized that I did something very similar in January of 2023. I had done that one with Essie's Doodle the Minimum and a black hollow stamping polish from Maniology. And I just thought it was really funny that I started off in January with snowflake manicures like so. And I ended December with snowflake manicure as well. Apparently I definitely have a thing for snowflakes, which is honestly true because my Christmas decoration, the theme is snowflakes. Our Christmas colors are white, blue, teal, silver, and also snowflakes, lots and lots of snowflakes. So obviously I really like this manicure. It wasn't my favorite manicure, but I did enjoy it. It was just a nice way of starting the month without having to jump right into the reds and golds and greens that I was gonna wear for the rest of the month. Another manicure that I liked for the month of December was this Never Naked by Jackie in Blue Christmas. And the irony is that I decided to do my celebration of Hanukkah manicure when I wore Blue Christmas. I didn't do that on purpose. It was just, this is the blue that I wanted to use, and I wanted to do the Hanukkah manicure, and then I realized, oh, it's named Blue Christmas. The Hanukkah manicure I did with Maniology plate in M263. I've had that plate for forever and just never used it. Honestly, I just run out of time. There's so many manicures that I want to do for December, and I want to incorporate other holidays, and I just never have the time. I just always run out of time. But this year I made a concerted effort to try to get my Hanukkah manicure, and even though it was late, at least I still had it. My kids and I were reading different books about different holiday traditions, and one of the traditions that we read about was Hanukkah, and it was a really good book. Blue Christmas is a royal blue with glitters inside it, and honestly it looks really smooth to my naked eye, but on camera it kind of looked bumpy, like the glitters looked like they were bumpy, but it didn't feel bumpy or textured. It just felt like glitter, but you know, you put one coat on and it looks smooth. This color blue is such a flattering blue. I love the way it looks on me. Another manicure that I just like was another holiday duo from both polishes on my Festivus rack. This is OPI in Christmas Gone Plaid, one of my favorite Christmas greens to wear for the holiday. The bottle is definitely having some ugly bottle syndrome, but it's beautiful. It still works fantastic. It still works fantastically. I love the dark green cream that just screams Christmas, and I feel like this is one of the very, very good one. I especially love green and gold together, and especially the white gold from Blitzen. Polish for Days Blitzen. This has been my favorite Polish for Days gold. Well, my favorite gold period from Polish for Days since I got it forever ago. I think I started shopping for Polish for Days in 2018. So I either bought this in 2018 or 2019. That's how long I've had it. I'm pretty sure it was 2018 is when I bought this polish, and it still has an amazing formula and it looks great, and I absolutely love it. And I try to wear it at least every year for Christmas. I added some stamping of a Christmas tree with Hit the Bottle and Spun Gold. I think it was an Uber Chic plate whose name I can't remember, but I'll have it on the screen. And I really enjoyed these two together and the stamping. It still wasn't my favorite. I felt like something was missing, or that, I don't know, I just felt like something was missing or something was off. So I didn't enjoy this manicure as much as I would have liked. Also, I broke my thumbnail while sleeping on my Cindy hand when I was wearing this manicure. So that's 2 nails broken in my sleep in the month of December. I seriously do not know what I was doing that caused my nails to break, but I would wake up and I'm like, what the heck? How? It was insane. It hasn't happened since. 2 nails in 1 month breaking while I was sleeping. It's ridiculous. So maybe that colored my opinion of this manicure. It wasn't bad, but it's not my favorite. I liked others a little bit better than this. Another manicure that I really enjoyed this month was this OPI Classic in Smitten with Mitten. Deep red with glass fleck shimmer or gold flakes in here that OPI came out with many eons ago. And I wore this for a birthday collaboration from my friend Nicole. I was intending to do some nail art with this, but honestly, this was one of those manicures that everything that can go wrong went wrong. I smudged my nail after I fixed the smudge, and I literally messed up my nails. After fixing the smudge, I messed up and took off like a chunk of polish. And then I was like, you know what? Oh, and then I messed up the stamping. That's what I did too. And so I was like, you know what? Nicole likes creams. She loves OPI creams. This isn't a cream. It's a special polish for me, and she knows that. And I like to wear special polishes for friends' birthdays. I decided to just showcase the manicure by itself and let its true beauty shine, and that was Nicole's birthday manicure. We all wore red for Nicole's birthday because she loves red polishes. I loved wearing this, and I love that I was wearing it for a friend's birthday. And the final manicure that I just liked for the month of December is this Colores de Carol in XOXO. This polish I have already worn previously, and I absolutely love this polish. I already had this on my Festivus rack, but I wasn't sure what I was gonna do when it comes to like nail art, like Christmassy theme for this polish or with this polish. And then I saw Redhead Nails on Instagram, and she had put this polish on and then did a negative space stamping with poinsettias from a plate that I had just bought and had come in the mail right before I saw her manicure, and I was like, yes, I'm doing that. That looks amazing. And it did. It looked good. But on her, it looked better. It looked so much better. Her nails were longer than mine, and they just popped. I kind of wish I would have done the negative space stamping with maybe a dark green instead of a black to make it more Christmassy. I just felt like the nails were just a little too dark. And since this is a dark polish, I know it's coming across really bright on the screen, but this is a dark polish. It's not as dark as, say, Smitten with Mittens. This is actually lighter than Smitten with Mittens, but it is a kind of darker red. And wearing a darker red with black negative stamping, I don't know, I felt like the black took over. Obviously, it's a negative stamping plate, or it's a negative stamping image, and it just kind of took over, and it just felt like my nails were just too dark. Like I don't know, they didn't feel very festive-y. And I think had I done maybe a green stamping polish instead of the black one, I would have enjoyed this a lot more. But all in all, I really did like this manicure. I just didn't like it as much as I liked it on Redhead Nails. And so that's why it's on my like category for the month. All right, we're in the love category. These are the manicures that I loved for the month of December. We'll start off with this painted polish in By Golly Be Jolly. And this is my ultimate Christmas Crelly. I know there are a couple of Christmas Crellys out there. There's one for Island P, there's one for KB Shimmer, and those are pretty, but this one's better. At least in my humble opinion. I believe I've used this every year since I purchased it, and it's just a little, I mean, honestly, 2 coats and it's perfectly opaque, but I do like to wear a white underneath sometimes. I didn't this time. I did use 3 coats, but I think next year I'll start wearing it over a 1-coat white and 2 coats instead of using my beautiful polish, because I haven't seen this in any D-stashes. I haven't seen this come back on the site, and I stupidly did not buy a backup, so I don't want to use it all up. This is a white Crelly with red, gold, and green micro glitters in here, and I think some hollow glitters or hollow flakes in here as well. Removal was quite easy considering that there are little microscopic glitters in here. And I decided to stamp a manicure that I had on my save. Do you all save your favorite manicures or manicures that you want to recreate on Instagram? I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and I always forget that they're there, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have some manicures saved for ideas, like manicure ideas, and you can make your own little albums and everything. I used to snap a picture of them on my phone, but then I would like get them lost in the sauce because I wouldn't put them in their own folder. I know I'm going on a tangent here, but I'm curious to know if you all use that feature, or am I the only one that's using it? I decided to recreate a manicure that was done way back in 2021. It was from Kim Sorta Nailed It. I just know that I saw that manicure back in 2021 and I fell in love with it, and I decided to recreate it. For this recreation, I used What's Up nail plate in 034. I filled in the colors, like I did a reverse stamping with that poinsettia image with OPI Christmas Gone Plaid and Ready for the Holidays. I used a Gold Beauty Big Bang stamping polish that does not have a name, but it is numbered 110. I have had this forever. Even though it's not the type of gold I normally go for, because it's like a very strong yellow gold, I really enjoy it for the holidays. Like I don't like to use it any other time but the holidays. This is around the time that after my second break, which was the ring finger right here of my manicure, I decided to just go back to round shapes on my nails. I missed them. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I did miss the round shapes on my nails. I have always admired round shapes, but I never enjoyed them on me until this year, or 2023 I should say, and now I really like them. And plus my nails seem to grow really fast when my nails are rounded and I don't have as much breakage. And my next manicure is a Skittle manicure. So there are 5 manicures, but this is what I consider the like gold star polish. There's always one polish that I kind of center the manicure around. This is the polish that I wanted to center the manicure around. This was a Twinsy mani with Nicole at Collarin 3721, and it was inspired by a manicure on the OPI Instagram. Nicole sent me that reel and I didn't think I was gonna have time for it, but I actually did. I ended up having time for it. It was a really pretty manicure. It was different. It was using all of the new OPI holiday shades, but I didn't have all those new OPI holiday shades. So I decided to use the holiday shades that I did have. Starting from the ring finger, we had the China Glaze glittering garland, and it was gorgeous. This is just a beautiful, beautiful polish. For the middle finger, they used a like white with pink or some kind of pink shimmer in there. I didn't look for pink shimmer one. I honestly just wanted to use this one, and this is Polish in the Pearl. This is one of my favorite whites that I have in my collection. I absolutely love this white so much, and I haven't used it in a while. So I used this one for the white on my middle finger. For the red, I use OPI in Ready for the Holidays because it was on my rack and I wanted to use it, and it is a beautiful Christmas red. It is definitely coming across a lot brighter on camera than it is in real life. This is a beautiful polish though. For the brown, they had like, I think it was called Hot Toddy or something like that. It's part of their new Christmas collection in 2023, and it was a brown shimmery kind of metallic frosty kind of look. I don't have any browns like that I could see in my collection, so I decided to use an old favorite, which is OPI in Espresso Your Style. I haven't used this in forever, and it was just so beautiful. I forgot how much I like this brown. For the thumb, they used some kind of like metallic looking like pewter kind of color, and I decided to use this old favorite from Different Dimension. I don't have the sticker on here anymore. I don't know what happened to it, but I know that this is Rejoice because I always wore Rejoice under another Different Dimension for New Year's a couple of years back. I used to wear it like every time, the week leading up to New Year's, or on New Year's Day I would wear this one because, well, that combo. And so I know that this is Rejoice, and it is like a brown leaning silver, like almost pewter. Like it's not just silver. It doesn't look silver like the typical silver does. It looks almost like grungy or brown. I don't know. I decided that that was a good match for what they had, which I can't remember the name of. I did use Hit the Bottle Calypso Gold for the star stamping that I did with Lena Nail Art Plate in 01. It's Can't Wait for Christmas 01. I freaking loved this manicure. All in all, this manicure was really fun. I liked it that it was so different from anything I had planned to wear for this month, and it was still festive and Christmassy, and I loved having the gold stamping stars, like the stars on there. That image I've been wanting to use for quite some time, and I just never used it before. I don't know why, but it looks amazing, and it made it fun and festive and just not traditional Christmas, but still Christmas. And I really enjoy this manicure. This is definitely one of my favorite manicures that I wore for the month of December, and I have a lot of them. The next manicure that I absolutely loved this month was this Mooncat polish with House of Hades. Oh my gosh. This became my favorite polish of the year from Mooncat. Well, I only have 2 Mooncats and I've only tried one, and the first one that I tried became my absolute favorite, like instantly. This manicure was inspired because we were wrapping Christmas presents, and I'm that weird person that likes flexed their wrapping paper to match their Christmas decoration. I never used to be like this, and then my husband got me into that bandwagon and I haven't come off. I had a wrapping paper that looked very similar to this blue. Like it was a deep, beautiful blue, and it had like silver writing on it. So it inspired me. I did mattify this and it looked really awesome, but I just never liked the look of matte nails for too long. It's just not for me, and I decided to go back to shiny, and I enjoyed that one a little bit more. I did 3 coats to get the opacity and intensity of this color the way I like it. I did do a quick comparison on my phone for Instagram on my stories, and I saved it on my highlights if you all would like to see this polish compared to a couple others that we thought might be similar. This manicure was absolutely fantastic, and as I mentioned before, and if you've already seen my top polishes of 2023, you know that this polish was an instant hit and became a favorite for the year. I cannot wait to wear it again. I kind of want to put it on my polish rack so I can wear it again for the season of winter. And the polish that I wore for Christmas is this Wildflower Lacquer in Perhaps a Christmas Gourd. Holy cow, I am so glad I bought this. I seriously didn't think I was going to buy this when it came out because it's another red shimmer polish. I have shimmer polishes in red. I don't need another one. I am so glad I didn't listen to my stupid self back then and purchase this polish because it is amazing. And yes, if you have a red shimmer, you're gonna think, oh, I don't need this. But this looks so much better in person. It's a cherry red metallic shimmer with pink gold duochrome shimmer. It looks, there are no words to describe how much I love this polish. The depth of this polish, the sparkle of this polish. It does not have reflective glitter. It doesn't even have any glitter at all, and it just twinkle, twinkle, twinkle all over the place. I love it. So I wore this for about a day, and then I decided to do some stamping. I stamped my nails with a couple of plates. I used Moyo London plates in Enchanted number 16 and Noel 22. I reverse stamped a couple of the little figurines from the Noel 22 plate. However, I did not write down what I used. I used a lot of colors. I know I did use Ready for the Holidays from OPI and Christmas Gone Plaid, but everything else I'm kind of like, I don't know what I used. For the snowflake images, I did use Maniology in Frozen, and that's when I used the Moyo London Enchanted in number 16, and I actually used this image right here. I used the Noel number 22, and I actually used both of these Santas. I used this little Santa and this little Santa. This Santa was on my swatch hand, and this Santa was on my Cindy hand. I used this little present right here. I used this little snowman for my Cindy hand, but then I decided to switch it up and use this little candle on my pinky, and I also used this one for both hands as well, this little bell. Oh, and I used the sleigh. Where's the sleigh? There it is. There's the little sleigh. I used this little sleigh as well for my thumbs. I absolutely loved the way that this manicure looked. I just really enjoyed my Christmas, and having this manicure on Christmas was really awesome. Now, everybody said that this polish was a stainer, but I did not get any staining with it. I wanted to show you the base coat that I ended up using. This is Coconut Milk Sorbet Neutralizer Base Coat from Cuticula. I've had this for forever, and I think this is my second bottle. I did recently purchase a Polish for Days base coat that was like this because I thought that this was lower than it is. But regardless, I'm gonna use it eventually. I'm gonna use it all up. But I used this as a base coat, and then I put this on top, and I had no staining whatsoever. I mean, slight staining, but like regular nail polish staining, not like, oh my god, this is staining the heck out of me. However, at one point I had to redo my thumbnail on my Cindy hand, and I forgot to top coat the polish, so I had to redo the entire nail. I took off the polish, put the base coat, put this 2 coats of Wildflower Lacquer, and at some point I forgot to top coat it, and then I started stamping, and the red polish stained the frozen white on like the images, the snowflake images. They made them look grungy and dirty. It was weird. And then for New Year's, or leading up to New Year's, right after the Wildflower Lacquer, I decided to put on this Never Naked by Jackie in Haunted Disco Ball. This polish is a clear base with platinum metallic flakes and black shards. And I think there must be some kind of hollow or glitter or something, because this was very textured, a lot more textured than I thought it would be, and very thirsty. Now on camera, you could see through the flakes to my nail. You couldn't see that in real life. This was so blingy. I mean, so blingy. Like, there was no way that I could see with my naked eye any kind of nail line or up down to my nails. It was just too sparkly. It just bling 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 everywhere, especially like in kitchen lighting or in restaurant lighting. You know, those restaurant lights are like, I feel like they make everything sparkle. So yeah, it was really fun wearing this one for a couple of days. And this was a custom polish made by Jackie for me because she's the best. Pictures and videos do not do this polish any justice. And then finally, my New Year's manicure. This is OPI in Goldeneye and Blush Lacquer in A Dangerous Woman. Now, Goldeneye is a classic fan favorite for me. Like, it is one of my favorite gold polishes ever, and it is very well loved. I got this when it came out. This is my first bottle. I do have a backup. And I got this when it came out, and I wear it at 3 coats. And I've worn it for Christmas almost every year since I got it. Almost every year. There's been a couple of years that I've missed, but I've had this for forever. I love this. It is a deep gold glass fleck polish. I mean, that's what they called it. They called it glass fleck. This one has like a uniformity to the flakes, and they're all teeny tiny, and I don't know, whatever. It's gorgeous. I'm like looking at it right now and I'm mesmerized by this polish. If you don't have this and you'd like something like it, Zoya's Astrid or Astrid, I think it's Astrid, is almost a dead-on dupe. I prefer OPIs to Zoya's. I do have Zoya's Astrid because I wanted to test it out, and I think I have a comparison video here on YouTube if you want to check that out. But this is the OG, and this is the one I love, and this is the one I keep using because I want to use it up. Because I have worn it multiple times, I've done different stamping images on this polish. I've worn it by itself. I've done some like New Year stamping numbers and all that jazz with this polish. I wanted to shake it up and do something different, and that's where Polish Lacquer's A Dangerous Woman comes in. Now, this Polish Lacquer is just a black cream. I have both the black and the white from Polish Lacquers. I don't need any other black and white polish. If I want an opaque black and white polish, I just need Blush Lacquer's black and white polish. I did wear 2 coats because I can't not. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to wear that second coat. But honestly, I did not need that second coat of Blush Lacquer's A Dangerous Woman. It was perfectly opaque in 1 coat. I decided to use this Beauty Big Bang in 110 or 011. I said 110 earlier, didn't I? 011. And because I thought it was going to be very similar to the gold in Goldeneye, and it's not. It really isn't. I thought maybe once stamped it might look very similar, but it didn't. Actually, that's one thing that I didn't like about this manicure, because I felt like, to me, it was very obvious that this gold did not match this gold on the nails. But whatever, I already did it. I wasn't gonna switch it up after I had already stamped it. I was like, okay, it's done. This is the first time that I've ever done this kind of manicure, like a Skittle or like a, what is a twofer colors for New Year's. But I really wanted to wear this again, and I just didn't want to repeat the same manicure that I've done for New Year's every year. So yeah, this was really fun. I did stamp with Uber Chic Plate in New Year, New Digits, and I also used Maniology Plate in 02 for the images that are on my nails. I really liked it. All in all, it was very, very cute. Again, it was just really fun to wear this polish again, since it's just one of my all-time favorite OPIs ever. This was my last manicure for 2023. That was a long video. Sorry for all my rambling. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if we have any of the same polishes. I always like to know that. I always ask that because I really do want to know. Did we wear any of the same polishes for the month of December of 2023? Or which one was your favorite manicure that I did? Anyways, thank you all so much for your patience. I hope you all have a happy and safe 2024. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.